This is Jonathan Cahn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. When you look at what's happening in the world, it's easy to wonder what's going on, and are things out of control? Is this what the Bible foretold? Is the end near? What do I need to know about the future? Where's it all going? How can I be prepared? What is God's prophetic word for the hour and for me? On this channel, you're going to find prophetic updates, the mysteries of God, daily words for life, biblical revelation, prophetic teachings, and much more. I pray it's going to be a great blessing to you in the days ahead. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you're notified every time there's a new video that's posted. Leave a comment as to how God is blessing you. And don't forget to share these videos with friends who need to hear them. Thanks again, and God bless you.
Before the foundations of the world were laid, before the stars were spoken into their constellations, and the oceans were commanded to stay within their boundaries, God appointed certain moments in time, not ordinary moments, not mundane markers on a calendar, but divine appointments sealed in eternity, hidden until the fullness of time arrives. And now, one such moment is approaching, drawing near like the tide of a great sea that cannot be stopped. The Spirit of the Lord is stirring and declaring to those with ears to hear, a divine appointment has been set in motion, not tomorrow, not next year, but now. Heaven's clock has struck the hour, and the wind of divine fulfillment is beginning to blow. What has seemed like delay was never denial. What appeared dormant was not dead. In the chambers of the unseen realm, God was preparing, orchestrating, aligning. He was not ignoring your cry. He was perfecting his response. The silence was not abandonment. It was incubation. It was the hidden work of the Father setting the stage for something that could not be rushed. What's coming is not manufactured by man's strength or effort. It is born from the throne room, carried by angels, and delivered with the authority of the Most High. This appointment is not based on your worthiness, your qualifications, or your status. It is based on God's covenant and your obedience to wait, even when it hurt. Some dates on earth are written by men, but this date has been etched into the heavenly books. A moment has been designated where heaven and earth will collide, and in that collision, change will be birthed. The very air will carry a different weight. The atmosphere will thicken with divine purpose. You will feel it in your spirit before you see it with your eyes. You will sense a trembling in your bones because your soul will recognize the moment it was created for. There is a spiritual clock ticking, not in fear, but in anticipation, and it is counting down to the day when everything hidden will be revealed and everything locked will be opened. You may have grown weary waiting. The days may have blurred into each other. The voices of doubt may have tried to tell you that what you were holding on to was foolishness. But deep in your spirit, there was a knowing that would not let go. A flicker that would not be snuffed out. That flicker was heaven's whisper saying, Don't give up. Your appointment is coming. And now the flicker is becoming a flame. What was once intangible is becoming visible. What was once invisible is stepping into manifestation. The divine is moving toward you, and nothing can stand in its way. This is not the kind of appointment you can reschedule or delay. It is coming with force. It will overtake you. It will find you in the place where you least expect. Even if you are surrounded by impossibility, this appointment does not consult your situation. It consults your destiny. It doesn't need ideal conditions. It thrives in chaos. It grows in brokenness. It moves through wilderness because it is not dependent on the soil. It carries its own seed. God has not forgotten. He has not misplaced his plan for your life. He has been holding it in his hands, waiting for the appointed time. And now, like a seal being broken, the moment is being released. You will see doors open that you didn't knock on. You will receive answers to prayers you forgot you prayed. You will watch as the weight of oppression lifts off your chest. You will be awakened from spiritual slumber. You will know what it is to be kissed by heaven in a moment that changes your trajectory. This appointment will not just adjust your circumstances, it will rewire your spiritual DNA. You won't just move forward, you will be transformed. The former things will lose their grip. The disappointments will melt in the light of glory. God is not coming just to fix what's broken. He is coming to reveal what was hidden in you all along. Many have walked past you, not recognizing what you carry. Many have dismissed you, seeing only the outward shell. But God has seen the oil. He has seen the pressing. He has seen the nights you stayed faithful while others compromised. He saw you bless others while you were bleeding. He saw you sow in famine. He saw you praise in pain. He saw you stand in purity when corruption was applauded. This appointment is not a random gift. It is a divine release in response to a life of hidden obedience. It is heaven's yes to your earthly surrender. And the moment it arrives, there will be no mistaking it. Your spirit will leap. Your surroundings will shift. The spiritual resistance will break. Chains that held your family line for generations will fall. Patterns of failure, addiction, and fear will collapse under the weight of God's hand. You won't have to strive to explain it. The fruit will speak. The peace will speak. The fire in your eyes will speak. Your walk will change. Your sound will change. People will say, "Who is this?" But those who know you in the Spirit will say, "This is who they were always meant to be." This appointment is not just about you. It is about those connected to your destiny. You are the bridge for others. You are the carrier of breakthrough. You are the deliverer of generations. You are the answer to prayers prayed by ancestors long gone. When this divine appointment arrives, it will unlock not just your life, but the lives of those who will drink from the overflow of your obedience. It will not stop with you. It will ripple into your family, your community, your calling. This is why the warfare was so intense. The enemy tried everything to discourage you because he saw what was coming. He tried to break your voice. He tried to shut your mouth. But God preserved you for this very day. There are those who thought your story was over. They thought your silence meant defeat. But God has been rewriting your ending. He is the author and the finisher. He does not leave stories unfinished. He is about to complete the sentence with power. This divine appointment will serve as a public vindication of everything He whispered in private. You will stand in places you once dreamed of. You will hold the very things you thought you lost forever. God is not late. He was preserving it for the appointed time. You must not grow distracted in this hour. Stay sensitive, stay watchful. The enemy will attempt to lure you with counterfeit doors, but you must wait for the true. The right door will not need you to compromise. The divine appointment carries peace. It confirms what God has already been saying in your spirit. Do not settle in the 11th hour. Do not accept imitation. What God has planned is exceeding, abundant, beyond what you can ask or imagine. The wait will make sense when you taste the fullness. This appointment will also shake things around you. People may leave. Opportunities may shift. What was once comfortable may become uncomfortable. But do not fear the shaking. The shaking is the sign. It means what was unmovable is being moved. What was rigid is being realigned. The shaking is not destruction, it is construction. God is preparing the ground for glory. He is making room in your life for what He is about to deposit. Old wineskins must be discarded. Old mindsets must be broken. You cannot enter the new with the grip of the past still on your hand. There is oil that only flows when you walk into the right moment. There is favor that only attaches when you are in the appointed place. This is not about hype. It is about timing. It is about divine choreography. Every delay was part of the rhythm. Every detour was part of the map. You are not behind. You are in sync. And now the rhythm is quickening. The pace is shifting. What once moved slowly will now accelerate. Suddenly will become your testimony. Miracles will become normal. What took years will happen in days. What was impossible will become effortless. Not because of your strength, but because of God's set time. The Lord is calling His people to prepare, not in fear, but in expectation. Clean your heart, guard your spirit, refuse bitterness, release offense. Let go of the familiar to make room for the divine. This appointment will demand a new version of you, a healed you, a bold you, a surrendered you. Let the old you pass away. Let the wounds be healed. Let the questions be laid at his feet. The time has come for the glory to rise. The time has come for the appointed to step forward. You don't have to force it. You just have to be found faithful when it comes. And when it comes, give God the glory. Don't try to take credit for what only heaven could have done. This moment will mark you. It will become a memorial in your journey. You will remember the day the heavens opened and the delay broke. You will speak of it to your children. You will write it in your journal. You will recall how everything changed in a single day. This is not fantasy. This is divine reality, and you were born for it. The Lord says, I have set this appointment not because of your perfection, but because of my purpose. My plans for you are good. My promises to you are sure. I have not forgotten, and I will not delay. Watch, for I am coming swiftly, and my reward is with me. Stand ready. Your hour is near. And so it begins. The divine appointment has been set in motion, and the next chapter of your life is about to begin, not in your strength, but in his glory. When heaven intervenes, it does not knock politely on the door of earth's systems, asking permission to enter. It arrives with the authority of the one who created the heavens and the earth. It enters not to coexist with the patterns of man, but to confront, to dismantle, to expose, and to realign. The ways of the earth have been shaped by compromise, repetition, culture, and carnality. But when heaven steps in, everything that does not reflect the holiness and order of God begins to tremble. We are entering a time when God is not simply correcting or adjusting, He is confronting. He is not coming to blend into the flow of human patterns. He is coming to break the very cycle that has bound generations, contaminated nations, and silenced destinies. His ways are not our ways. His timing is not ours. His presence cannot be molded to fit within the expectations of flesh. When He arrives, everything that is not in alignment must bend, break, or be removed. This is the season where the order of heaven will expose the disorder of earth. That which has been tolerated will be shaken. That which has been hidden will be revealed. Systems that were built to oppress, manipulate, and suppress will begin to fracture under the weight of divine light. What man calls normal, God calls rebellion. What man has excused, God is judging. And not out of wrath, but out of love, because heaven will no longer allow earth to remain asleep in deception while time is running out. The time of subtle hints and symbolic nudges has ended. God is raising His voice, and with it comes a divine collision. This is not a polite suggestion from heaven. It is an invasion. There are many who have grown comfortable in patterns of dysfunction. They have built their identity around struggle, compromise, and familiarity. Religion has replaced relationship. Form has replaced fire. Comfort has replaced calling. But when heaven intervenes, it shatters the illusion of safety in the wrong places. It exposes the false security of tradition without truth. It confronts every altar built to idols that look like success, control, fame, and influence. God is not coming to tweak systems. He is coming to uproot them. The altars built to self will be overturned. The thrones of pride will be cast down. The hidden alliances with darkness that have crept into pulpits, government offices, boardrooms, and families will be exposed by the light of a holy God who will not be mocked. Heaven's confrontation is not just external. It begins in the heart. Before God breaks patterns in the world, He breaks them in His people. The thought patterns shaped by trauma, fear, rejection, and shame are being targeted by divine fire. The cycles of defeat, addiction, delay, and spiritual numbness are being confronted by a spirit that refuses to leave us bound. This confrontation is not condemnation. It is deliverance. God is confronting not to punish, but to purify. He is calling His people out of mixture, out of double-mindedness, out of lukewarm living. You cannot serve two masters in this hour. The line is being drawn. Heaven is demanding a decision. You will no longer be able to function in the old mindset. You will no longer be able to hide behind spiritual language while living a carnal life. The patterns of performance will be broken. The masquerade of image without intimacy will be torn away. God is calling for purity, not perfection, but surrender, not outward appearance, but inward fire. He is confronting the lies we believed about our identity, the limits we placed on our calling, and the excuses we made to stay in comfort. The Spirit of the Lord is saying, enough. Enough delay, enough compromise, enough blending in. Heaven has declared war on the patterns that have enslaved the children of God. And when heaven begins to confront, everything changes. Time bends to his will. Resources shift. People are repositioned. Doors open without explanation. Others slam shut with finality. Heaven does not move according to human logic. It moves according to divine authority. You may not understand why certain things fall apart, but in hindsight, you will see they were never part of the divine plan. You may weep for what is lost, but God will reveal what was false. Heaven's intervention always brings clarity, painful at first, but healing in the end. It forces us to release what we held on to in fear so we can receive what was always meant for us in faith. Heaven is not just confronting sin, it is confronting structure. The systems that man built without God's instruction are being exposed. The programs, platforms, and politics that paraded as ministry while denying the power of the Spirit are being dismantled. God is not impressed with our branding. He is not moved by our metrics. He is searching for fruit that remains. He is seeking houses where His presence is welcome, not just mentioned. The confrontation will be uncomfortable. It will feel like disruption, but it is actually mercy, because God is removing what cannot hold His glory so He can build what reflects His nature. Even the natural world will respond. Shifts in weather, signs in the sky, unusual events, not to frighten, but to awaken. Heaven is speaking, not just in dreams and prophecies, but in the earth itself. Creation is groaning for the sons and daughters to arise. The earth is responding to the voice of its Creator. We must tune our ears to hear beyond the noise of media, culture, and chaos. The voice of the Lord is thundering. Prepare the way, make straight the path, for the King is coming, not just to visit, but to dwell. This is the time to break agreement with earthly patterns. No more casual prayer. No more delayed obedience. No more flirting with the world while claiming heaven. God is not sharing His glory. The spirit of conviction is rising in this hour, not to shame, but to save. It is time to repent, to turn, to weep between the porch and the altar. It is time to ask God to cleanse the temple, not just the church building, but the temple of our own hearts. Heaven is not looking for spectators. It is calling for surrendered vessels, those who will carry fire, those who will walk in truth, those who will not bow to pressure or popularity. And as heaven confronts, it will also confirm. It will confirm the remnant, those who have been hidden, who have been faithful in obscurity, who have been pressing when no one noticed. They will now be revealed. Heaven's confrontation will make room for heaven's champions, the Davids who were tending sheep, the Esthers who were being prepared in secret, the Josephs who were rejected and falsely accused, the Deborahs, the Elijahs, the Gideons. Their time has come. They have not conformed to the patterns of the world. They have been transformed, and now they are being commissioned. Do not fear the confrontation. Do not resist the refining. This is your invitation to step into divine alignment. The Spirit of the Lord is not just asking for part of you. He is asking for all. He wants to dwell, not visit. He wants to lead, not consult. He wants to transform, not just encourage. This is the hour where fire falls on the altar that is fully surrendered. And once heaven comes, nothing will be the same. Even relationships will be confronted. Alignments will be tested. Those who cannot walk in this next level will be lovingly removed. God is not separating you out of cruelty, but out of covenant. He is placing you with those who carry the same fire, those who speak the same language of the Spirit, those who are running in the same direction. You will no longer have to dim your light to make others comfortable. Heaven is calling you higher, and with that call comes a shift in your circle. God is confronting not just to destroy, but to restore. He is tearing down idols to rebuild identity. He is dismantling religion to reveal relationship. He is removing false voices to restore the sound of the true prophetic. He is breaking pride to reveal power. He is confronting fear to release faith. This is not the end. It is the beginning of true awakening. What the enemy meant for harm, God is turning for good. The confrontation is birthing the remnant. It is ushering in revival. It is announcing the return of the fear of the Lord. There is no neutral ground. You cannot be passive in a time of divine confrontation. Choose this day whom you will serve. Choose the kingdom that cannot be shaken. Lay down every idol. Renounce every agreement with darkness. Open your heart to the purging fire of heaven. He is a consuming fire, and yet He is a faithful Father. He is holy, and yet He is near. He is confronting because He loves, and whom the Lord loves, He disciplines. Whom the Lord calls, He corrects. Whom the Lord sends, He sanctifies. Let the confrontation come. Let the shaking come. Let the refining come. For when heaven confronts, it also commissions. When it breaks, it also builds. When it wounds, it also heals. You are not being torn down. You are being rebuilt into someone who can carry the glory that is coming. Heaven is confronting the earthly patterns in you because heaven wants to be released through you. And when that happens, the world will no longer see just a person. They will see a vessel, a fire carrier, a walking altar, a living prophecy, a reflection of the kingdom that is not of this world. This is the moment. This is the hour. Heaven is not waiting. It is confronting. It is moving. And you must decide, will you yield or will you resist? Will you embrace the fire or run from it? Will you surrender the pattern or cling to it? The choice is yours. But know this, when heaven confronts, everything changes. Nothing remains the same. And for those who say yes, for those who surrender, for those who are willing to be broken and remade, there is glory on the other side. Ask ChatGPT.